Hello class, I'm going to talk to you about the Clean Water Act today. Initially, there was an act started in 1948 and it was the Federal Water Pollution Control Act. It was There was growing awareness and concern for the pollution that was coming on in the water, and it was actually called the Clean Water Act in 1972. There were revisions made and other policies or stipulations added to that policy. It ultimately was created for water pollution and to help bring that down. Some effects that can cause environmental and health problems from water pollution is if you get toxic algae, if you swallow it or you swim in it. We see that a lot in Oklahoma. Blue-green algae is what it's actually called. People become sick with a rash, or they show stomach or liver illnesses. They also show respiratory and even sometimes neurological problems, depending upon maybe how long they were exposed or how much they swallowed. Another example, agricultural runoff is huge in most states. Most states that consider themselves an agricultural state, which Oklahoma is considered one of those. Nitrates are found in the drinking water from agricultural runoff. The nitrates are found in the fertilizers, and this can enter ground and surface water. Infants seem to pose a higher risk, which can be serious and sometimes fatal to them. Stormwater runoff is another effect. I deal with this on a daily basis. I'm a wastewater treatment operator, so I see this more frequently because I do stormwater inspections throughout the plant. So stormwater runoff could be pollutants or contaminants that leave a facility and go into a lake or other rivers and things like that actually affect drinking water. So the EPA is something that I deal with not all the time, but on a regular basis. I have to meet guidelines that the EPA gives our facility. So some disinfectants that are used to treat drinking water can sometimes react with that toxic algae, and it can create what they call dioxins. Those dioxins are basically a harmful chemical, and they are linked to serious health problems. Reproductive and developmental health risk. Nutrient pollution can create dead zones, and these areas in water cause little or no oxygen to be in that area of the water because it's considered a dead zone. So fish can't survive without any oxygen. Any kind of aquatic animal would probably be very, very impacted by this dead zone. Having the nitrates and the toxic algae creates an increase in the treatment of said pollution. Another economic problem related to water pollution is tourism and real estate losses. So if you live near the water, or you're looking to buy property near the water, and you're researching and you find out that there are these ecological problems or these water pollution issues, you're going to tend to stray away from those areas to whether you want to go visit there on vacation or if you're actually looking for a home to live in there. You're not going to be interested in something like that. The EPA has also implemented pollution control programs such as setting wastewater standards for industry, which is what I deal with. EPA has also developed national water quality criteria recommendations for pollutants in surface waters. A permit has to be obtained to discharge any pollutant from a point source into navigable waters. So I have to have a permit to discharge water to the city. The city, again, will have to go above me, which will be state, and then there are federal regulations after that. EPA has the National Pollutant Discharge Elimination System permit program, and it controls all discharges. Individual homes that are connected to a municipality system, or people that have a well or a septic system, they do not have to have they're not required to have a permit to discharge. One, because they're not necessarily going to be discharging to anywhere individually, but the municipalities will have to have a permit. There are many government, nonprofit, and even business organizations all over the world that are working to raise awareness about water pollution. Some benefits are that clean water is being taken to people in developing nations. Water conservation is another benefit as well. Some consequences can be that the means of getting the clean water to those developing nations could be very costly, and cost is a huge deterrent usually when it comes to these things. All in all, there's hope that we as individuals in a community and a nation can have cleaner water. We have to work hard to not pollute on our end, and help raise awareness on what issues or concerns are in our areas and how we can help reduce or eliminate these issues. Thank you.